Hey everyone, Robert the Bruce here again. Going to give you a quick intro guide to Gunmaster, a new game mode that came with the Close Quarters expansion pack. You got 16 weapons. You start on your first one. You have to get 2 kills for each weapon, and once you get 2 kills, you advance to the next one, and whoever advances through all of them first wins the game. So we'll give you a little quick breakdown along with my tips for each one that I like to use. You start off with the MP443. It's a semi-auto pistol with 18 rounds. The basic code here is just go crazy with your shots. Don't try and conserve them. Don't try and take real careful, well-placed shots. You've got a ton of rounds, and this game mode is just hectic and crazy, so there's no use in hiding or trying to be cute and picking off these perfect little shots. You see a bad guy, just go crazy. Just start pulling the trigger as fast as you can and try and get through this gun quickly. This game mode is all about progressing quickly, and that's what you want to do. Next up is the 93R. It's another pistol, but it's got 3 burst fire and 21 rounds. If you struggle with math, that means you've got 7 bursts, or 7 pulls of the trigger. Now, this first guy, I tried to aim down the sights, and that was my problem. Normally, I don't do that. I don't know what I was thinking there. I like to hip fire with this gun. It maintains pretty solid accuracy from the hip, and it just kills guys insanely fast. Because this game mode is so hectic and you're usually in very close quarters, whoa, that's crazy, to the enemy, there's not really much reason with a lot of these guns to aim down the sights. And so I like to just keep moving, keep dancing around, strafing around the enemy, and firing from the hip. If they're at a distance like they are right here and you've got a break, yes, aim down the sights. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Next up, 44 Magnum, revolver, 6 rounds. Now, I die right off the bat. That guy was already there aiming at me, and I wasn't ready for him. But this gun has phenomenal range and power. So if they're at distance, I will go ahead and aim down the sights with this one. Now, if they're close again, I'll just hit fire, and usually 2 shots will put somebody down. Like that one there. I think the second shot actually took him down. But with the 44 Magnum, again, there's no reason to go, oh, I've only got 6 shots, I should use them carefully. No, you're going to die quickly in this game mode, so you just fire as fast as you can and try and get a kill quick with it. Now, the PP19 is next. It is a full auto gun with 55 rounds. The problem with this one is it's got a silencer on it, making it even weaker than normal. So it doesn't have good range, and it is just a very weak gun. Takes a lot of rounds to put somebody down. Good news is you have a lot of rounds in each magazine, so don't worry about conserving them. Hold down the trigger and don't stop until they die. I like to get a little bit of distance with this gun from my opponent once I get here, if I can. Start setting up down on hallways and stuff, but if it's not possible, just get in there in the fray and see what you can do. Next up is the P90. Now, it's basically like the PP19, full auto, a lot of rounds, 51 rounds with it. But it's not silenced. It's got better range and a little better stopping power. This was just utter and complete failure. The thing to take away from that is how to not shoot. But anyway, with this gun, I like to set up a little farther away if I can. I'm sticking here. I'm letting my random teammates out there take the shots and get in the thick of it. And I'm going to move around the outside a little more. Now, if you get in close, hit fire and hold down the trigger and do some work. But if not, back up a little bit. I think this last kill I get down a pretty long distance down this hallway right there. Kind of step back for a second, get your bearings, and see if you can get some range on somebody who might still be stuck on a pistol. Got him done. Moving on to the next one. Spaz 12. Not my favorite. Semi-auto, 5-round shotgun. I don't feel like it's got good range, and maybe it's just me. I'm not much of a shotgun guy normally, but I don't feel like it is that great at stopping them either. Randomly, I'll get a 1-shot kill with it, and then other times it seems like I'll hit them 4 or 5 times, and then they'll finally go down. Now, I know on this one here, not every single shot was hitting this guy, but a lot of those are pretty much on him, and he only died on the last round, so that's kind of a fail. Might be my fault, whatever. But again, this gun, you got to kind of get in close. It doesn't have the range. It's just got buckshot. So get in there and get in close with them. Next up, the MK3A1. It is full auto shotgun with 8 rounds. Now, it's important to note here they are frag rounds. So these rounds are not going to be super effective if you're trying to go toe-to-toe with somebody and blast them straight on their body, because it's not what they're made for. They're made to hit around and do splash damage. Yes, you can kill somebody hitting them directly, but I actually like, with this gun, to try to position myself in a way where I can hit the wall or the ground around somebody. Now that was just terrible shooting again. I knew he was going to probably come back for me, so I laid down here and wait, and as soon as I see him pass by, I start shooting the wall, and kill him pretty easily with it. Up next, ACWR, it's full auto, and it's 27 rounds. Now you're entering like the golden age of the Gunmaster game. Because at this point you go through, I think it's like 5 different guns that all have great damage, power, range. Really kind of puts it into easy mode, especially if you get here before the enemy does. I should have fallen back there, I was weak, but I don't really like to run away from a fight much. But anyway, ACWR, great range, not much bullet drop, shoots like a laser, doesn't have a lot of kick. At this point, there's a lot of different ways you can play it. You can get in close because you've got good stopping power with the rate of fire, or you can step back a little bit. A lot of times I like to step back a little bit, get a little range on it, and really exploit that, especially if you're going up against enemies who may still be stuck on a shotgun, or even worse, you know, one of the submachine guns before that. I took a long time to get through the ACWR. I was not very pleased with that. Typically at this point you really want to start pulling away. Finally got that guy moved on. Next up, the MTAR-21. It's also full auto, 31 rounds. Just a great gun. A lot of stopping power, very easy to control, good sight setup here in the Gunmaster game mode. So, like with the ACWR, you really want to be moving quickly through these guns at this point, because these are kind of the easy ones. You don't want to be really struggling to get kills here, or you're going to really let your teammates get ahead of you in the game. AUG A3, full auto, 31 rounds up next, and you know it's kind of a broken record at this point. Another great gun. A lot of guys really like this gun. Use the range to your advantage. Back up a little bit. I do not know why I thought that guy on the roof was my teammate. For some reason, I thought it popped up the little indicator that he was on my team up there. Fail. But yeah, set up with a little bit of range here with the AUG. Use it to your advantage. If you want to go upstairs like I do, you can get some kills up here. I think I die after I get one kill, but you can kind of take a little breather, step back, especially if you've been kind of struggling and you're getting kind of frustrated. Use this as an opportunity to kind of chill out for a second. You don't have to be right in the thick of it the entire time. Of course, you can't be camping or hiding out in corners, then you definitely won't win the game, and that's just lame anyway. But you have a gun that can get the job done from pretty much about anywhere on these close quarters maps. So use that to your advantage. Kick back for a second, take a stock of where the enemy movements are, where the majority of the battle's going down, and once you see a good opportunity, move in and take care of it. Up next, Scar L. Another full auto gun, 31 rounds again. It's like the AUG. It's a great weapon. It gets great kills, puts guys down quickly. That guy had to jump on me, and I was still very easily able to put him down. So I think I get through this gun real fast. And that's what you should be doing with these. Next up, the LSAT. Full auto with 100 rounds. Now, I've already shot a few out because I immediately started going to town there to try and take down that guy at the end. And shotgun guy spawns behind me. With this one, I actually like to hip fire. I zoom in and kill a guy here on the end because he was a little ways down the hallway. But if they're real far away, you really need to burst fire or even single shot, because with the scope that's on this one for this game mode, it can kick when you're zoomed in. So be aware of that, and if you can, hip fire with it. L86A2, full auto, 46 rounds. I personally think this one handles a little easier than the LSAT, so I still hip fire as much as I can, but if you need to zoom in with it, you can do so pretty well. Now you move into the M416, semi-auto, 21 rounds. Technically, it's a sniper rifle. You're out of the golden age and into some guns that are not quite as easy to get kills with. I like to hip fire with this one. That didn't work at all, but you've got a lot of rounds here, so you don't have to go set up in some corner and try to actually snipe with it. Get in the thick of it, and just start popping rounds off like crazy. I really was getting frustrated with my couple of kills there. I was wanting to really pull away with my lead, and then I lost it, so that's just unacceptable. But you put guys down quick with these guns. It is a sniper rifle, so get in there with it and just start pulling the trigger like crazy. Really utilize those 21 rounds. Next up, the JNG-90. It's a bolt-action sniper rifle with 6 rounds. There's not really an easy way around this one. If they're close, I'll still hip fire with it. I think I get my first kill here. I shouldn't have. They should have killed me because it took like all 6 rounds for one to finally land. I'm just not a big fan of the sniper rifle with the setup they've got. The sight on it. It's just not my favorite. But I think I actually get a quick scope sort of here. Oh, sorry about that. That belongs in Call of Duty. Get that out of here. Second to last, M320 LVG. It's a single-shot grenade launcher, so obviously just 1 round at a time. Now the trick is, if you haven't seen this one yet, it actually launches grenades that don't arm until they impact something. So it'll hit a wall and then it will arm itself. Think of it as basically like you're just throwing grenades, because that's basically the effect. They'll bounce around for a minute after they hit something, even if you launch them way up in the air. They won't explode on impact. What I like to do with this one gets kind of tricky, but I like to get as close to the hectic craziness as I can while staying behind my teammates. And that guy snuck up on me, which is unfortunate. So I think I eventually get the kill with it by going upstairs here, just shooting down into the battlefield. I see all my teammates down there with all kinds of enemies running around amidst them, and so I just sit up here and just start launching them as fast as they can reload. Eventually, one of these is going to hit. The guys down there are so confused, and they've got so much craziness going on, they're not paying attention to my grenades. Once you finally land one, congratulations, you can move into the final thing. It's a knife, it stabs people, that's how it works. Like the grenade launcher, I like to get close to my own teammates with this one. Use them to not only draw some enemy fire, but also give me a chance to get in close to get that knife. Now that was just a total fail. I was getting greedy, I saw the end in sight, I should have fallen back, but I just went for it. This last one, I actually got kind of lucky. The guy was already wounded, so I ran by and just got a quick swipe on him, and it actually killed him. There it was, swipe, and he's dead. And I was like, what? I thought I lost, and but hey, whatever. Got the win, excited. And that's how it's done. It takes some getting used to. You got to play it a few times to really get used to the craziness of it all. But think about the tips I threw out there with each gun. I've really found a lot of success with those. And if nothing else, it's a great way to get pretty high in the rankings, if not win the entire thing. Thanks a lot for watching. And as always, keep in mind, only rookies camp the enemy spawn.